Super Junior's 20th anniversary comeback right around the corner, I thought it was only right to sort of go through what has led them to become so popular. And of course, you can't do that without talking about all of the stress and hard work and troubles that has brought them to this moment to be able to have a 20th anniversary comeback. So I have prepared a time machine for us to get into, you and me and you.
Wait, I have to go back into the past?
You have to go back into the past to the early 2000s.
Let's get jiggy with it.
Wait, I think we traveled too far.
Where are we?
Wait, hold on. Shh. Is someone snoring? Oh, I think I know where we are. I think we're in Lee Suman's head. You see those flashing up there?
Mm-hmm.
Those look like Japanese groups from the early 2000s. You know those? Or what inspired him to make Super Junior?
Japanese groups?
Yeah, to create a Korean group with rotating members, just like in Japan.
Wait, our members don't rotate though.
Wait a minute. Well, you know dreams. They don't always go how you want them. And to be honest, sometimes what ends up happening ends up way better than the original idea. But I do applaud Lee Suman for never giving up on his dream. But with his shattered dreams aside, they were supposed to be a rotating group with different members depending on the year. That's why they started out as Super Junior 05, because then they were supposed to be Super Junior 06, 07, and on and on. It was based on the year. The members would change. Some would stay. You know, it would depend on how things turned out. But we know it turned out as all of them stayed because they are just that annoying. AKA, they were very talented and very persistent on staying as a full group. Of course, who better to hear that account from than the leader himself.
그리고 이 미라클이란 노래가 정말 기적을 만들어준 게 뭐냐면 이때 당시 슈퍼주니어가 그냥 슈퍼주니어가 아니라 슈퍼주니어 05였었어요. 그래서 05년도만 활동을 하고 06년도에는 나갈 사람 나가고 새로운 멤버를 영입하자. 어떻게 보면 NCT처럼 계속 늘려가는 그런 거였었는데 이 미라클이란 곡을 내고 안 되면 그냥 팀 자체를 없애버리자라는 게 있었어요. 그래서 멤버들은 아무도 몰랐는데 그때 이제 지금에 계신 이사님 두 분이 저를 밤에 연습하고 있는데 쓱 불러내시더니 이 노래가 안 되면 각자의 갈 길을 가야 할지도 모른다 라고 해서 녹음하고 준비했던 곡이 미라클이었는데 미라클이 또 잘 되면서 정말 기적을 만들었습니다.
Why was Twins not as popular as Miracle? I mean, Miracle wasn't even their debut song.
I think it was because of the aesthetic of Twins Knockout. It wasn't that wasn't popular. SM already had groups like Trax and TVXQ who had that sort of vampire rock visual K thing going on. And I just don't think that audiences needed another one of those groups. So with Miracle, it was like the sound and dance style that Boa used. Really, with those two, you can sort of hear the K-pop sound that we're used to today. That's what was really needed at the time.
Okay, but I feel like I'm missing something still.
You're right. We did skip a very pivotal moment in their career. looking back, even before debut, they were all very talented, but talent alone didn't get them to where they are. Not everyone can be Kyuhyun and Ryeowook. So with how strict the training period was and the fear of getting cut literally any moment, I think that's what led them to exceed in all areas of entertainment. And that's how we got members like Siwon and Kpop, who focused more on acting and were in the company to act. But because the concept of the group was rotational, they weren't supposed to be there long.
Okay, but Kibum's not there anymore, and Siwon is.
Unfortunately, despite being popular, the treatment wasn't the best, and it caused some members to part ways with the group.
Like who?
Kibum, Hongin, and Henry, they left the group due to mistreatment from the company. Sangmin, unfortunately, left willingly. Some fans protested and made him not feel welcome anymore after he got married. And then Kangin also left willingly after a DUI. He didn't want his image to reflect poorly on the members.
Okay, but if I counted right, that's 10. There's only 9.
There is only 9 promoting. So Jo-mi is only allowed to promote with the group under SJM, Superjunior Mandarin, but they don't do that so much anymore. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to promote with the full group under just plain Superjunior. He's still with the company and he still does solo activities in SM Town. He doesn't get to participate unless it's Superjunior M. So while Superjunior was already popular in Korea, China, Japan, it wasn't until Sorry Sorry that they got put on the map internationally. Because of Sorry Sorry, it continues to be an identifier for people who aren't fans of them at all, but also people who don't know anything about K-pop. And I think that is one of the main pillars of what gives them the title Hallyu Kings. Of course, there are so many pillars to the Hallyu King title, and if we went through them all in this video, then it would be as long as their career. So we're gonna have to split this up. This was just a review of their career, a little backstory. Of course, more in-depth videos will be coming because there's so much to talk about. There's variety, there's drama, there's health endorsements and travel endorsements. So many things that make Superjunior great. So please join me on this fun little video journey exploring Superjunior's career as an elf, as a non-elf, and anyone else you would like to share this video with. Because there's a share button, a like button, subscribe button, a comment button. All of those are free. I will see you in the next video where we will travel to 2005. Okay, bye!